So you join me out in the woods again today to answer that forever burning question: what is the best cook set? Have you ever asked yourself, what is the best cook set? Well, in my opinion, I think I know what it is, and I'll show you mine. So what is the best cook set? Well, there's no right or wrong answer with this one, because cook sets are very, very subjective, and it really does depend on the environment that you're going into. Now, if you're going long distance hiking, for example, say in the UK you were doing the coast to coast, or in the States you were doing the Appalachian Trail or something like that, you wouldn't want to take a massive cook set, because quite frankly you've got to carry it. So you take probably a tiny little micro burner, screw it to a gas canister, and away you go. If you are able to take that extra weight, then you might want to take something that's got a bit more versatility. So with a little burner, for example, all you can really do, boil water, dehydrated meals in certain circumstances, that works perfectly okay. Over the long term, however, you might want to mix it up a little bit. Yes, you can do those one pot meals, but again, on a tiny little burner, it's not always easy to achieve the best results. So you might want something a bit more versatile. So it really does depend on what you want to do. My personal favourite, however, don't get me wrong, I do use other ones. I've got the little burners, I've got a jet boil knockoff if I just need to boil water, but my personal favourite is the good old Trangia. Okay, so what do I like about the Trangia so much? Well, I just think it's its flexibility. There is so much you can do with it. You've got two pots, you've got a fry pan, you can get the kits that come with a kettle as well. Yeah, I know some people think, what's the point, you can just boil it in a pan, but if you want to boil it separately, trust me, I've boiled water in a pan after I've cooked, and when you have your coffee and it tastes a bit like spag bol, it's not very nice. Really, it's not pleasant. So I find it useful personally. What else do I like about it? Its simplicity. It is so simple. You just fill up the burner with meths, bioethanol, ethanol, whatever you've got that's going to burn in there that's clean, and you just set fire to it. It's quiet, it's peaceful, relatively clean. Yes, I've had mixed results from sooting from the Trangia, but it really does depend on what type of fuel you use. It comes in various different setups. You can get a 27, which is the one I've got. That's designed for 1 to 2 people. Realistically, however, you're probably only cooking for one, if you're a bit like me, because I'm not a small chap, shall we say. I do like my food. Then you've got the 25, that is for 3 to 4 people. Again, probably 2 to 3 realistically, depending on the size of the party you have. You've got I believe it's a 28. If I'm wrong, I will stick a little notice on the screen, which is the smaller one. So bigger the number, smaller the size. That's the way Trangia seem to have gone with it. Then they come in various different materials. You can get the basic ultralight aluminium. You can get the one that I've got, which is the ultralight aluminium but hard anodized. Same weight, it just goes through an extra treatment to make it more scratch resistant, and I also find it makes it a little bit more non-stick as well. You can get the non-stick versions, and the latest version they've got is what they call, I think it's the Dusel or the Dossel they call it. It is essentially aluminium and stainless steel pressed together, then they form them into the pans. So you got the benefits of aluminium on the outside, you got the heat dispersal and the lightness of Ali. Then on the inside you've got the strength and the durability of stainless steel. Yes, they are heavier, and yes, they are more expensive, but they are just really, really good pieces of kit, in my opinion. So, do they have any downsides? Well, yeah, of course they do. I don't think there's anything out there that hasn't got a pro as well as a con. Trangia are no different. They are relatively bulky. They do take up a lot of space in your pack. For example, if you were just to have a small burner, you could probably nest that inside your cup along with your gas canister, and it all is nice and contained. Trangias, they are quite bulky. You then have to have the separate fuel pots, and they do have a tendency to rattle as well. What I've done in mine, I've actually got a cloth in mine, so I'll poke it in all the little gaps and it stops it from getting that rattle as badly anyway. Also, they are quite heavy for what they are. My kit is the 27-8 ultralight hard anodized, and that weighs in around 800 grams. I will put the exact figures up there. And the other downside is they are quite expensive. Last time I checked, they're about the 100 to 110 pound mark, roughly, for what I've got. Again, I will stick the latest prices at the time of this video going out up here for you to reference. But they are very, very good. I love the way they nest. They're so versatile, and in my opinion, I think the Trangia is the best cook kit. If you appreciate what you've seen here, if you like it, hit that like button, hit that subscribe, leave a comment in the channel. If you don't agree with me, that's fine. Let me know what your go-to cook kit is. If you do agree with me, back me up, guys. Stick "I love Trangia" in the comments. Let me know what you guys think, and until the next one, stay safe. See you later.